Hey, I'm Andrew, and today I'm going to show you how to crimp your Polespear tip. You don't want to put in the hard work of catching the fish and then losing it because your crimping failed. The tools you'll need are a set of crimpers, a knife will come in handy for sure, pliers you may need, and you may find that you even need a lighter. A proper crimping tool or a swaging tool in this style is going to be much more effective and form stronger crimps than standard basic styles like these two. It's definitely preferred for this job to get a proper crimping tool. The materials you'll need, aside from of course your tip, is a new cable, and these packages come also with the sleeve or the swage. I'll also show you how to crimp mono. It's a little bit different. So this is a coated cable and it has a bead on the one end which is going to set inside our countersink on our tip like that. On this other end, feed it through. But what we'll find is that we actually don't have enough cable that's uncoated to form our crimp. So we're gonna have to take some of this coating off before we proceed. To remove this coating, we're just gonna take our knives, either a dive knife. I like to use my razor, it's a lot sharper, but whatever you have around. You can use your wife's kitchen knife too if you don't get caught. So we're just shaving some of that off. We need to remove about 1 inch to give us enough room to properly form our crimp. This may be where a lighter comes in handy. If there's a little bit more of the coating left on it, you can just quickly run the lighter on it. You don't want to hold the heat on. You may weaken your cable, but just burn any of that remaining coating off. There's a little piece there. It's nice and clean. It's important to find out which setting your sleeve needs to fit in. So you just try the different settings like that. You can see it. The sleeve is too big and the crimp won't be as strong. And there, that fits in nice and tight. That's the proper size. So we're ready to put things together. We're gonna feed the cable through the tip. Now we have to make sure that we put our swage or sleeve on the one side, and we're going to feed it through and back around through the sleeve and tighten things up. You want to leave on the tail end roughly twice the thickness of your cable so that you have lots of room and it doesn't pull back on you when you're trying to make your crimp. So we're ready to crimp. So we're gonna now set the sleeve in the crimping tool on that setting that we determined earlier. Make sure that it's in there vertically, nice and tight, like that. And you wanna form your crimp just on the edge. See how I'm leaving about 1 millimeter or about 1/16 before you close down on the jaws? And you can see we're not on the coating of the cable. We have a proper length tail end and we are leaving some room on the edge of the sleeve. So let's press down on the jaws now. And you want to press down as firmly as you can to form a nice strong crimp. And you can see that we need to form one more crimp towards the back end here. So we want to leave that 1/16 gap or about 1 millimeter. And once again, press down firmly on the jaws. That's nice and strong. Nice tight crimp. One other thing that you can actually do is you can put a little piece of heat shrink tube over the top here, seal things up and make things look nice and clean. To learn how to use heat shrinking, you can check out our other video. That looks nice and neat. That should be nice and strong and ready to catch some fish. I want to also show you how to crimp mono. Make sure that you're using the proper sleeves for mono. These are aluminum sleeves. In this case, it's crimps for mono. They're rated for 250 to 300 pounds. Make sure that it's designed for mono specifically. You can put your sleeve on. On the one end, what you need to do is you actually need to burn a little bit so that it mushrooms over like that. Our sleeve isn't going to slide off when we form the crimp. Loop it through whatever you're trying to attach to. Pull it through the other end. We want to make sure that we choose the right setting. 2.2 millimeters is the right size. Once again, you want to leave roughly 1 millimeter or about 1/16. That's really important with mono. If you form it right on the edge like that, you can actually really weaken your mono and the edge will dig into the mono and you could lose your rig. Bite down strongly on that. Okay, and we're ready to form our second crimp. So push down with lots of strength again. And one on the end. Once again, you want to make sure that you leave that extra space there, that you're not forming the crimp right on the edge. Press down with lots of strength. And that's how things should look. It's a nice strong bond. It looks nice and clean. So Spectra and dyneema is the exact same basically. I wish I had a spare loose piece around, but I'll quickly show you. It's the same thing as with the mono, except instead of burning a little mushroom on the end, you're just gonna do a quick little overhand knot. Burn down the tail end of the Spectra or dyneema right up to the knot.
Thanks for watching our channel, Freedivers. We hope you learned something new. Please like and subscribe to our channel and have fun in the water.